Are you about to retire? Are you considering it? Or have you already retired? Then this show is for you. We have gone to all four corners of the Coachella Valley in the greater Palm Springs area to find you the best in living, the best in lifestyle, activity, and everything to help you have the retirement you've dreamed of. This episode, you're gonna wanna watch the whole way through because it is full of surprises. I'm your host, Amy Scruggs, and this is your Retiring Right. Palm Springs doesn't just always mean the golf courses and the bocce ball. Sometimes it means a place that you can feel like you're back at home. We are here today at Keedys, and we're about to find out just what they have going that's so special.
Yeah, she's mine. Well, I love that little girl with the bright red hair. Well, Miss Lindy, my Miss Lindy. Well, I love that little girl with the bright red hair. Have you ever...
Jolie, I am so honored that you've actually brought us to a place that's so important from your childhood. Keedys, share with me about this incredible place we're at.
This is an amazing diner that came to the desert in 1957.
It still looks like 1957.
It's remained virtually unchanged. It has the most amazing nostalgia all over the walls, the same formica counters, tabletops, bar stools. It's a true diner in the heart of Palm Desert.
I already feel like we're sitting in a piece of history here.
We are, and they just celebrated their 62nd anniversary on Sunday. They were giving free pancakes. It's a very special place, and it's a central hotspot for all of the locals and celebrities alike.
So how important is it? I mean, what kind of clientele come through? Is it busy all the time and like they would guard this place with their life?
Yeah, basically they're open for breakfast and lunch only, and it is packed. They turn the food out really fast. The food is amazing quality. Everybody from, lawyers to, the blue collar workers, everybody comes here. Everybody loves it, and it's really friendly atmosphere.
That is so great. I mean, it's just iconic inside. I bet if these walls could talk.
Oh yeah.
Does it have stories and celebrities that have come through here?
Oh yeah, and it's family owned, and it's only had a few owners over all of these years, and they all have committed to keeping it the same, which is so touching. It's nice to come to a place that has authentic feel and remains unchanged over the times where everything is upgraded and modernized and demoed and rebuilt. It's still here.
Well, I love that little girl.
So what are they known for? Like, what's your favorite things on the menu?
They're known for their malts, their shakes. They're known for their crepe thin pancakes.
Oh my God.
And the fix, the Keedys fix.
Oh wow.
Thank you.
That looks amazing. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's do it. Jolie, I don't think I've had one of these since I was a kid, and I don't think ever aside from it. Talk to me about your childhood here.
So Keedys holds a very special place in my heart because I actually grew up here, maybe 3 minutes from this actual location, but also here because my mom worked here.
Oh my gosh, how special is that?
Yeah.
So this was literally home for you.
Yeah, my sister and I spent Thanksgiving dinners here. While she would work, we would be sitting over there eating Thanksgiving, saying hi to all the regulars that everybody knows us because of my mom. She ran the breakfast shift. They did a really fun, playful banter with people that would come in and, oh, Bill, not you again. It's the same usual for you. It was really fun and playful, and everybody got to know us.
How has that been such an asset for your clients? Because, they're like, all right, you know it. What does that look like?
It almost establishes an instant trust in me because I have that knowledge of my own town. I'm not an implant here. I've literally grown up here, so I know everything, and so I can offer insight on, areas, locations. I just get a feel for what they want, and then I can direct them right away, and they instantly trust me because I am a true local.
Right. And you probably deal with people from not just coming from the Southern California basin, but how far of a reach have you seen your clients come to move here?
I have seen, I just sold one to some Canadians that are relocating here. They want a slower pace. They want their children to ride bikes in the street. I have a lot of Seattle implants, Oregon implants. We even have Arizona. It's desert to desert. It doesn't matter. Everybody wants to be here.
That is so great. And do you bring them here so they can
look
at their documents?
Yeah, I should.
What a great spot.
Over
you should.
cheeseburgers.
I would love it.
Yeah.
Well, this is just the coolest experience. I know I want to bring my kids here.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. And thank you for sharing such a special time with me.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Well, Miss Lindy, my
Well, now we know what makes Keedys such a special part of the greater Palm Springs area. And now that I'm full of nostalgia and calories, we're going to go explore the area. The Del Webb community is known for prestige and luxury, and we are here in Rancho Mirage, and this is no different. So excited to talk with you. Janet, you're the sales consultant here, right?
I am. Luckily, I was hired 18 months ago when the community first opened, and myself and two others started at the Westin in the yoga studio.
So you got to start out selling before you even kind of saw this come together with the community.
Absolutely. We had just some floor plans and this beautiful piece of dirt, and you can see what we're developing it into today.
Well, let's talk about Del Webb a little bit. They're known for putting together just really amazing properties and communities. So we're here in Rancho Mirage, but talk to me about the builder a little bit and what their mindset is when they put together a community like this.
So Del Webb would be the undisputed leader in the 55+ retirement communities. That being said, Pulte Homes, who actually owns Del Webb, they purchased it about 20 years ago, and they're one of the top builders in the United States. Here in Rancho Mirage, we have the prime central location. It's absolute luxury retirement living at its best.
Well, Rancho Mirage is already known for like, wow, if you can live here, right?
Correct.
And so to get this much land, I mean, how much property, talk about how many homes are here now and what this is gonna look like when it's fully developed.
So we're building 1,029 homes. We currently have just around 200 homes that are in residence here with people living in them. We've sold 300 homes. And how it'll look when the lifestyle center is going to be done in this fall, it's going to be 20,000 square feet, stocked full of every amenity you can imagine.
Oh my gosh. So models, if people are coming in and saying, okay, we want to see what choices there are, do you just have one or two? What does the model base look like?
You know, we built out all 10 of our models, so our model park consists of 1,438 square feet to just over 2,700 square feet. So with 10 models, there's something that will please everyone.
So price range, affordability, people wanting to come out here to retire right, what can they expect to look for as far as their different choices in that price range here?
You know, our getaway model starts just under 400,000, and then our top of the line Voyage, which is just over 2,700, bases out at 560,000.
Wow, that's incredible. People really could come out here and get so much for their money.
Oh, it's a tremendous value.
What are you seeing as far as the people that are buying in this community then? Are they coming from all over the US and saying, this is where we want to be? What is that looking like as you're starting to see sales and the homes fill up?
You know, that's a really good question. We are getting a lot of people who have already currently lived here that are moving because they want to be in a brand new Del Webb. We're getting people from other Del Webbs wanting to move here, and then we're having a tremendous pull from other areas, even in Southern California and the north.
It really is starting to grow like crazy, isn't it?
It is.
Are you seeing the whole Coachella Valley region increasing?
Oh, the Coachella Valley has changed to, it's just an expansive year-round lifestyle living.
What is the reaction that you usually see when people are coming in?
You know, our models, even the smallest model has 10-foot ceilings and 8-foot doors. When you come up to our largest, which is the Encore series, then you have 12-foot ceilings. So throughout, they're expansive, they're wide open, tons of natural light.
Talk about the features inside the home a little bit that are unique really with Del Webb.
I think one of the main features of Del Webb is that we build an extremely energy efficient home, which is really something that is actually not exciting to talk about, but really.
But it is. It is for the homeowner because they're budgeted. They got to know what's that going to look like.
That's right, because when you're living in the desert, you can, it can get a little warm in the summer. So we build these hyper energy efficient homes. We wrap them in a super tight membrane, which really helps keep the airflow consistent in the homes. The homes don't have drafts. They won't have bugs or any many of those little things that people really do not want when they're living in the desert.
And what about the different layouts? Are you guys doing, real open concept? What are people looking for? What have you guys provided with that?
I think everyone wants open concept now, and so that's what we're providing. In our bathrooms, even in our smallest ones, all of our showers come standard with seats now. That's another amenity that the Del Webb buyer has really communicated they really want from us.
Oh, that's huge, because it allows them to really settle into one of these properties and stay.
Correct.
Oh, so they could really just have the right retirement, be here, stay here, bring their families to visit, and have all that Rancho Mirage has to offer.
They sure can.
Lisa, thank you so much for having us. We are here in this gorgeous Del Webb community, 55 plus. We actually, we're very grateful to help you find this home. And
thank you guys.
Yeah.
We were able to close actually less than a year ago in October. So you've done a lot with the place. It looks fantastic. All your design choices, how it came out. We added a pool outside that just looks amazing. I want to jump in right now.
Right?
And I know you were really happy when we were able to come in and be one of the early buyers into this community. What are, now that you've lived here for, several months now, what are some things that you like about living in Del Webb?
Well, I was just drawn here immediately because it's brand new. It was affordable compared to what was out there in the market at the time.
Right.
I love the idea of being in a safe, gated neighborhood. But we're already doing a lot of activities here.
Really?
I've gone to a paint night, a jazz night, wine tasting. I just love the desert in general, but I love where I live. My lot's kind of an elevated lot where I have a nice view, and it's quiet, and I'm close to everything. If I want to go into Palm Springs, I'm there. If I want to go to El Paseo or anywhere here in the desert, it's just a short drive.
It's a very convenient
So
location.
it's so convenient. Loving all the restaurants and fun things to do. When Mike and I first came to this home here, I just knew this was home.
Yeah.
The day that we looked at the available lots, this home had fallen out of escrow. So I just felt so lucky.
Yeah.
I snagged it.
It was meant to be. It was perfect timing.
By the way, we're missing one thing. We need to have a little champagne toast.
Let's do
get
it.
some
That's a
bubbles
wonderful
going,
idea.
Okay?
So Carrie, if a couple wants to eventually retire here in the desert, when should they start planning?
Oh, it's never too early, let's face it.
Yeah, right.
As soon as you start working, you should start saving for retirement, even if it's just a little bit. That regular contribution on a small basis even adds up to a lot over time. But the reality is if you've started late, start now. Don't wait any longer. Start today, get it going. You're gonna have to save more. You're gonna have to be maxing out that 401k and maxing out those savings plans, but you could do it. You could do it.
All right, so what if I'm self-employed and I don't have like a 401k and that kind of thing?
Yeah, well, I specialize in working with self-employed people, and there's a lot of different strategies. The reality is sometimes you do have to give a little away to your employees for you to be able to shelter a lot, but there are very affordable plans available to the self-employed people.
That's great. So what if one spouse is not working?
Well, the IRS does allow spousal contributions to IRAs. Whether or not it's tax deductible is up to your CPA, but the reality is they still benefit from the deferred growth, and they still stay on track for saving for retirement. So it's a good idea to do that.
Gotcha. So if I'm in my 50s, just saying if I was in my 50s, is it too late for me?
It's not too late, but the reality is the sooner you start, the more you're gonna have, and all of this is gonna drive how much income you're gonna have at the end of the day.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Carrie. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tane.
If these pictures could talk, well, today they can. We get to talk to Frank of the actual Frank's Place in one of the most iconic hotels here in the Greater Palm Springs area. This place was actually built by Lucy and Desi Arnaz, and he has so many stories to share with us and talk about his show here. So we're gonna meet him. Let's go. Frank, I'm actually emotional seeing all the pictures on the wall in here and thinking about the history and the story behind each one of them that I think you probably know a lot about.
I do.
Tell me about the history of this hotel and this place.
Well, it's got an amazing history. In 1956, Desi Arnaz and Lucy built the hotel right here first. And then a couple years after that, the Bob Hope Classic came down here, and it was part of the valley, and they played there for I think 20 or 25 years.
Oh my, can you imagine the energy at that time?
Well, yeah.
And the excitement
Plus
that was
all
going
the
on.
stars that came. Palm Springs was very active with stars, but if they wanted to just get away, you're talking 17 miles, and they'd come to Indian Wells, and nobody bothered them out here.
Right.
But if you look on the walls down the hallway, you'll see pictures of Robert Wagner, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Bob Hope, Bing Crosby. They all hung out here, you know. So it was quite a spot.
So you walked in here, you knew the history of this place, you had the passion for it. How did it become Frank's Place?
Well, somebody told me, hey, you've got to come to Indian Wells because they're looking for a guy like you. We got in here. Now, this place didn't look anything like this. It was called Jake's Lounge.
Yeah,
And
who's Jake?
Who's Jake? You know, who's Jake? Well, the boss said, oh, by the way, on the 8th day I was here in the desert, they offered me a 5-year contract to sing here. And that it was very serendipitous.
I would say yes to that.
Yeah. So he says, I've been looking for somebody just like you. So anyway, yeah, Jake. I said, who's Jake? And he said, well, when we bought the hotel 17 years ago, this was the old owner's best friend who named it. He named the lounge after. And I said, we need to capture that nostalgia.
Right.
He goes, well, let me think about that. Then he calls me back about a day or two later, and he says, let's name it Frank's Place after you, not after Sinatra.
And here we are. So
and here we are.
Now your show, I mean, I know it's standing room only. When do you perform? And tell me what that's like here.
First week of October through the last week of May, Fridays and Saturdays. It's the talk of the valley, and so am I. I mean, all of the entertainers, they all know I've got the gig and the place.
Oh, yeah.
So, and you know, every night, I mean, we have so many people that come from around the world, literally, and the country too. But I get so many people coming up after the show and go, thank you so much for keeping this music alive. What a great show, this, that, and the other thing. And then the wonderful thing is they bring people back over and over again. When friends come to town, hey, you got to go and see the Frank show, you know? So, I mean, that happens all the time.
I just can't thank you enough for taking the time to share these amazing stories, to bring what you've brought to helping people retire right by also enjoying the music that's been such a big part of all of our lives. I grew up with it as a kid as well, so Thank you. Do we get a private performance? Can I hear you a little bit?
You can.
All right,
I
let's
might
do
do
it.
a song for you.
Thanks, Frank.
Yeah. Thanks, Amy.
I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps, to find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap, ace number one, king of the hill. These little town blues, they are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it where? It's up to you, New York, New York.
We hope that you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed being out there and finding these great hot spots for you. Make sure you are ready for the next episode because we have more fun surprises in store. Thank you to Retirement Funding Solutions for making this platform happen and bringing you all the resources for your retiring right. I'm your host, Amy Scruggs, and we'll see you next time.